Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, today we're strapping in for a cinematic exploration of an event so massive it literally brings the globe to a standstill. We're talking about the 2026 World Cup. But look, we're not just going to sit here and talk stats or brackets or tactical formations. No, we are experiencing this absolute spectacle entirely through the eyes and really the beating heart of the passionate global football supporter. We're going to feel the energy, the culture, and the sheer cinematic grandeur of the greatest tournament on Earth.
Listen to this. There's a chant you're going to hear echoing through the streets. One fire, one game, one world. Let's go. That isn't just some catchy tagline. It drops us instantly into the raw, adrenaline-fueled emotion that's going to define this whole tournament. You can practically hear the roaring fans, right? You can feel the pulse of millions of people coming together, totally united by the beautiful game.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the greatest show on Earth. Before we even think about looking at the players or the pitches, we really need to establish the heartbeat of this tournament and just the sheer scale of these crowds. Because, as you know, the experience starts long before the players even lace up their boots.
The source material paints this incredibly vivid picture of what it looks like on the ground. We're talking sweeping panoramas capturing fans just going wild, celebrating in the streets way before the first whistle even blows. Imagine these massive seas of people, waving incredibly colorful flags, their voices blending into this beautiful, chaotic symphony of diverse national chants. It's a completely visceral energy where every nation and every street feels the beat. It's an absolute carnival of global passion. And the scale of this carnival? 48. 48 nations bringing their pride, their deep history, and their hopes straight to the pitch. The sources actually describe this as 48 unique fires burning across the globe, all converging onto one single stage. This is a monumental shift for the sport. I mean, it's an unprecedented historical milestone that brings way more distinct cultures, more underdogs, and way more intense anticipation than we've ever seen before. Moving right along to Section 2, 3 nations, 1 game. We're zooming in from that massive global scale down to the really unique cultural tapestry that makes the 2026 spectacle so incredibly special. Because this time around, we've got 3 amazing host countries sharing the monumental responsibility of welcoming the world. So the crucial point here is captured perfectly by the sources. From Mexico to Montreal, we bleed the same, we love the same beautiful game. Whether you are right in the heart of Mexico, hitting the bustling streets of the USA, or up in Montreal, Canada, the differing local cultures are completely united by this singular overriding passion for football.
Think about it. You've got the distinct, super vibrant cultures of Canada, Mexico, and the USA, each bringing their own unique flavor, their own music, and their welcoming traditions to their host cities. Yet all of that brilliant diversity just feeds right into the unified, singular heartbeat of the tournament itself. And this matters deeply, because it proves that massive cultural differences can seamlessly blend to create a single, unified global family, all coming together under one banner. All right, Section 3, cinematic spectacle under lights. Let's take that wild, electric energy from the streets and transition directly into the roaring stadiums.
Now, what's really interesting here is the visual style of this global broadcast. It's going to be staggering. We aren't just watching a game, we're essentially looking at epic sports documentary techniques. We're talking sweeping aerial stadium views, dynamic sideline tracking shots that put you right there next to the players, and ultra slow motion replays so you catch every single dramatic save and crunching tackle. And all of this is delivered in incredibly sharp 4K HDR detail with a cinematic depth of field. The colors are richer, the shadows are deeper, it's gonna look amazing.
And driving that entire visual experience is a crucial technical leap: 60 frames per second. This ultra-realistic broadcast quality ensures that every single skill move, every beat of sweat, and every spectacular goal pops with lifelike fluidity. It's specifically designed to emphasize authentic player movement and ball physics. Basically, it completely bridges the gap between sitting in your living room and standing right there on the grass.
So, combine that amazing broadcast tech with packed, totally sold-out stadiums, illuminated by incredibly bright floodlights that create this dramatic, high-contrast lighting. Picture swirling confetti raining down through the stadium light shows, and those vibrant, colorful national team jerseys just popping against the intense green of the pitch. It's an authentic stadium atmosphere, but elevated to absolute cinematic heights. Which brings us to Section 4, Global Stars and Anthems. The streets are loud, the stadiums are glowing, but now it's time to introduce the heroes who are carrying the immense emotional weight of their nations.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer talent we're dealing with. This rapid-fire roll call from the sources creates a truly worldwide roster. From the Americas, we've got the lightning pace of Canada's Davies, the eternal magic of Messi, the absolute heat of Brazil's Vinicius, and Colombia's James. Over in Europe, icons like France's Mbappe, Portugal's Ronaldo, England's Bellingham, and the Dutch Wall himself, Van Dijk. And across Africa, Asia, and the rest of the world, we see absolute kings like Egypt's Salah, Senegal's Mane, Korea's Son, and Iraq's Hussein. It's an incredible assembly of pure global talent, literally carrying the hopes of billions. But behind every single one of those massive names is a deeply human story. Every star, every fall, every tear on this road was building the fire. It reminds us of the intense, grueling journeys these players have endured. The spectacular goals, the dramatic saves, the crushing defeats, and those triumphant comebacks. They have been carrying the load and shedding tears just to reach this monumental stage for their country.
And the cameras are going to be right there for the most emotional moments, starting way before the ball even moves. The source material heavily emphasizes the intense anticipation of the tunnel walkouts, using tight close-ups to capture that raw determination. Imagine them standing shoulder to shoulder on the pitch as the swelling pride of the national anthems washes over them, singing their hearts out alongside tens of thousands of roaring fans. Gives you chills, doesn't it?
Let's move to Section 5, 48 Nations, One Fire. We are driving straight toward the emotional peak of the entire tournament, bringing all these cinematic threads together.
So the whole matchday experience really follows this profound emotional arc. It begins with those vibrant, chaotic celebrations in the streets. Then it transitions into the solemn, prideful moments of the tunnel walkouts and the anthems. From there, it erupts into fast-paced, high-energy match action, filled with rapid cuts and slow-mo sequences. And finally, it all explodes into the dramatic release of the trophy presentation and the fireworks. And that final step, it's pure magic. We are talking about a powerful championship celebration that literally defines the word triumphant. The sources describe these sweeping aerial panoramas of a sold-out crowd roaring as fireworks completely light up the night sky. Down on the pitch, you see the ultra-realistic player joy, the tears of victory, and that golden trophy lifted high as confetti rains down on the global victors. It's a profoundly inspirational scene that captures the ultimate goal of those 48 competing fires.
Which leaves us with this final, honestly beautiful thought from our sources. 48 nations, 48 fires, one ball, one pitch, one dream that never tires. Every single tackle, every street chant, every flag waved leads right here. The sheer cinematic grandeur of the 2026 World Cup promises to unite the globe in a way absolutely nothing else can. So, when the floodlights finally turn on and that first whistle blows, which of those 48 fires will you be fueling? Thank you so much for exploring this incredible spectacle with me today, and I'll see you on the next Explainer.